What's happening, Cigars Daily Nation? We are here at TPE 2022. What's behind me is one of the best trade shows of the year for premium cigars and a bunch of other stuff. Today we're going to make our way through the trade show floor, and I want to take you guys around the show to show you what really goes on. This red side here, that's all the cigar stuff. That's where we're going to see our good friends from the cigar industry. All this blue crap over here is like your vape and all your weird stuff that sort of outside of the cigar world. So we're going to sort of stick here, but I want to get some important information from our cigar makers today. What I'm looking for is to see what new is coming out this year and how are these cigar makers responding to the shortage of tobacco that's out there. I got to tell you, we were here for part of the day yesterday, and everybody at these shows works so hard to get excited for what is going to happen, and that is visibly hard for some of these guys to do with everything that's going on. So I want to know from them, is it time for us all to start panic buying cigars? Do I have to panic buy cigars here right now? Or what's the plan this year? And also, what are they excited about? Because I know there's a ton of new and amazing stuff coming out, so that's what we'll take you into today. Let's go see some friends. This is my first time being out of Arizona in like 2 years, and the first time I've seen a lot of my good friends in person in a while, so this will be really, really good to catch up.
We have had it.
We have had it before.
I'm gonna get a cigar here pretty quick.
All right, here's our first victims, I think, today. They look like they're in a meeting. This is what I got to be sensitive of, people who are like meeting with other people already, because some of these people... So this is the Drew Estate booth, always the biggest, fanciest, flashiest booth there is. I wonder what kind of Drew Estate people we'll see rolling around here.
There it is.
There it is. Get some coffee. Everybody, I'm here with Terrence Riley from Agonhorsa. This year, this is what I need to know.
What?
Should everyone be afraid? I mean, are we in the panic buying cigars point yet? Are we out of filler?
We're not there yet, but I would say we're close.
Close.
Yes.
So panic, starting getting ready to panic.
Yes, prepare for panic.
Prepare for panic buying. That's what I want to hear. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Sometime around like March or April.
Perfect.
All right, good. We'll be there. Can you show some of the line down here for us, Terrence?
Sure, of course.
So, Terrence is going to show us some of what Agonhorsa's got here at the show, because this stuff is the stuff commanding top 25 lists this year. Oh, sweet. I didn't have anything to smoke yet. This is not for me?
No.
Oh, this is for me. Thank God. So a lot of stuff commanding top 25 lists. So I'm going to ask Terrence to show us some of what's here at the show.
So we got some great stuff here. Supreme Leaf, this comes out every 6 months in a different size. This size is similar to the original release, the Robusto. However, it's put on a little COVID weight. So we got a little bit of more girth to it, a 5x54 rather than a 5x52. And we have our Guardian of...
Oh, yes.
Cerberus.
This is what I'm waiting for, dude.
So they've already stolen some out of the box, as you can see. That's how hot they are.
That's terrible.
Yes, but,
that's just terrible that people would just take these with them like that.
Well, yeah, that's it's got a Corojo 2012 wrapper on it. It's a new varietal that we're using. Everyone knows we use Corojo 99, Corojo 98. Now the 2012 is online, and it adds another level of depth and complexity to our signature flavor profile. The blend also contains Medio Tiempo. Out of 20,000 bales we harvest every year, only about 100 are Medio Tiempo grade, so it's something special. Beautiful packaging. It's named after the mythical beast that guarded the gates of hell, three-headed dog. Fits in with the Guardian of the Farm line. So we're really excited about this and can't wait to hear your feedback when you smoke them.
So this is one more question I have for you. I'm going around the show this year because the typical at these shows is we're all excited about the new stuff's coming out. You have the Cerberus. I couldn't be more excited about the cigar. I think I've ordered boxes and boxes. With all of this like struggle side that's going on, how easy is it to get like hyped up this year when you know about some of the frustrations going on the other end of production?
Well, listen, we're lucky guys. We're not in North Korea in a coal mine. I mean, so our problems are not, and even in this industry, the real problem in this industry is when you're looking at a ton of cigars and you go, man, what am I going to do with all this stuff?
Yeah,
that's the real problem. So yes, there's challenges, but we're blessed to be able to do what we do and have the relationships that we have and how cigars bring people together. So I never feel well, that's not true. I always ultimately realize how lucky I am to be in this business, and whatever frustrations there are, are overwhelmed by that.
Good. No panic buying till April.
Perfect.
Appreciate you, brother.
Take care, man.
Have a good show.
You too.
So Luis Cuevas is over here, but those ridiculous guys from How About That Cigar are over here at Casa Cuevas as well. So I can't come and just interrupt them. What's happening, guys?
Life is good. How are you?
Oh, it's great, man. How's the show?
Doing well.
Good, man. My feeling is that if I just stand here, Luis Cuevas will appear and give me a cigar, I think. There he is. What's happening, Luis? How are you, man?
I am great.
Here's the big questions I want to know. First of all, number one, is it time to start panic buying cigars yet? I mean, I hear the word filler shortages from a lot of people. Everybody's bitching and moaning. What is your take? Should we all be calm and collected?
Yes.
Yes.
Stay calm and collected.
Okay.
There's filler shortage, but all that means is the prices are going to go up a little bit. So if you're concerned about pricing, perhaps. But a shortage of cigars, I don't think that's going to happen. What is happening, though, is packaging has become more and more difficult to come by.
Yeah.
In a reasonable time. So if someone is not quick or it gets ahead of the curve to order their packaging, they may have the product, but nothing to put it in or nothing to put on it.
Okay.
Yep.
So even Steven, steady goes the race.
Absolutely.
What is going on in this booth? Tell me about what's good.
The new thing, that's the old thing. So you guys may remember, you're familiar with us, in 2018 we had launched these Flacos, these 7x43s, and then a few months later we got broken into and everything was stolen.
Right.
So the Sledgehammer was born out of that mess. It now is part of full-on production, but there has been like this cult following about these cigars for the last 3 years.
Nice.
So we've been told and asked, can you bring them back? So we did.
Look at this.
There were only 500 boxes made, and this time we did make 750.
Nice.
To stay ahead of the packaging issues. They were made in 2021, so everything was ordered last year, and they've been sitting there.
Fantastic.
Once the 750 are gone, it'll be another 3 years. Because I waited between 2018 and 2021 to make them, then I'll make them again in 2024, launch them in 2025.
Brilliant.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Overcoming the logistical nightmares.
Absolutely.
A little bit of planning ahead.
But we're really excited to bring them back, and it's the original blend, just with obviously a new look in terms of 2021, and we made an additional 250 boxes.
All right, man. Well, you enjoy the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good day, brother. Hey, I'm going to go knock down Bradley real quick.
Do it.
All right. This is Bradley Rubin here from Alec and Bradley Cigars. Hey, brother.
Hi.
And I also want to introduce everyone to his mustache.
Hi, everyone.
Which is its own personality in this industry. Dude, all right, first of all, thank you for dinner last night.
Of course.
And an amazing dinner. I'm asking a few select cigar makers a question, a big question.
Yeah.
Is it time to start panic buying Alec Bradley cigars?
You 100% need to panic buy and buy long night, as you may know.
Yeah, dude.
Panic buy Alec Bradley cigars.
Yeah.
As fast as you can.
Boxes.
And then smoke them even faster, and then buy them again. They're like, you gotta get them while you can, or else you may not have them ever.
Ever.
You need them now.
That is how you tell a true salesman right there. He's the guy who knows the right answer to the question. So now we got a little bit of business to do. All right, everyone. The man, Steve Saga.
This is live.
This is not live.
Ah.
It's going to go on a memory card and I'll edit out the bad parts.
Oh, well, that's no fun. The live is much better.
So I'm asking a question to a few cigar makers because
Yes.
people want to know this year. They're hearing the word shortage filler.
Yes.
Or filler shortage, rather.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
So here's what people want to know. With all of this talk about shortage of filler, should we start panic buying cigars immediately? Buy as many as you can get? Buy some extra humidors, fill them up, and just be scared? Is it like the toilet paper thing?
God. You are going to so hate this answer. You should not have come and asked me that question.
That's why I came to ask you this
The problem
question.
is I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And that's going to irritate everybody. Like, it isn't going to make anybody happy, the answer to that question.
All right.
We are definitely having a dramatic shortage in filler. That's very unusual in our market because wrapper has always been the problem that we struggle with. Like right now, we're all struggling with Connecticut broadleaf wrapper. It's notoriously a problem, but most other wrapper varieties we've gotten to the right point on them. Because of this COVID boom that we went through and cigar consumption shooting through the roof, it put a lot of stresses on the filler inventories. And fillers are stuff that we have large volumes of, way more than we have in wrapper. So it's not something that we normally have to pay as close attention to, you know?
Yeah.
It's something that, okay, because you have such large volumes. But we ate away so much of standing inventory, chasing these production numbers. And then on the other side, there hasn't been as much production of filler because it was slowing down because everything lags, you know what I mean? Because remember, it was Armageddon in the spring of 2020.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm at home editing this video right now, and I just wanted to break to tell you that everything else Steve Saka says in this interview is epic and great, and if you want to see it, you need to watch this video on cigarsdailyplus.com. So check it out there for the extended version, or otherwise, on with the show. Holy shit! It's one of these guys from Warfighter. What's happening? Okay, is it time to start panic buying cigars?
Always.
Is the tobacco shortage so bad that people should rush out and spend all their money right now on all the Warfighter?
Yes, but not because the tobacco shortage is bad. We have all of our stuff in stock.
Oh, you've got everything. They should panic buy because
they should spend the money on cigars.
So increase the budget for cigars. Don't spend on anything else.
Right.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks, Scott. Is it time to start panic buying Asylum cigars?
No, sir.
Really?
We have lots of filler tobacco.
Look at that.
We are in great shape.
There's confidence.
We're coming back with more 90 by 9.
Oh, yeah.
Make it even better.
So not only do you not have a filler shortage, you're making ungodly large size cigars because you have the filler to do it.
Exactly.
All right, good. I love it. Thank you, brother. All right, now here we are with Nick from Oliva. A favorite. Oliva. All right, dude. Here's a big question that I'm asking. You're going to speak for all of Oliva right now, so don't lose your job.
God help me.
Is it time to start panic buying Oliva cigars?
It's always panic buying.
That's yep.
Because the deals are so good at Cigars Daily, you got to get them now.
See, this is the kind of response I'm trying to get all day long.
Absolutely. But
Thank
only
you.
Oliva gives you that
Only
kind of response. Because only at Oliva is Oliva. There you go.
Boom. All right. Anything big this year?
At the trade show, we got a lot of big stuff. And I'll tell everybody a secret that nobody knows that I just found out today. We got some more 135th anniversaries coming in. Hopefully in the next few months. Stay tuned because Tim's going to have them before anybody else.
Oh, yes. That is what I'm talking about. That's why you come to the trade show. More 135th anniversary. That I cannot wait for. Okay. Okay, I'm here with Nick Perdomo. Should people start panic buying Perdomo cigars right now?
Absolutely not, because we ship and we look. One of the things I'm always accused of is making too many cigars, growing too much tobacco. That's what our bean counters say. And the reason I do it is for you guys. So rest assured, we'll continue satisfying you guys. The retailers don't have to jam up on any cigars. We'll always supply them.
Excellent. And you just hit a #1 on a top 25 list with the Maduro 10-year anniversary, right?
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling coming off that? Really good?
I feel great. Business has been phenomenal. I'm a grandfather now, so I'm totally blessed.
Hell yeah, man. Fantastic. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great show, Nick.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, God. So, what a great trade show this year. And I don't know if I loved it so much because I haven't been to a trade show in a couple years, or if it's because I got to see everybody, or if it was because of the cigars. But let me break down some of this for you post-show. First of all, I got my bag of goodies. That's one of the things about trade shows, whether you go to the big smoke, like the Cigar Smoker one, or like the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival, or you work in the cigar industry, you go to TPE, you go to PCA, you get a bunch of free stuff. Let me dump all this out right here for you. All right, and a bunch of goodies, obviously, clearly. Okay. So let me break down for you what I actually took home here, because for me, this is like a microcosm of the actual cigar world where I work and live. And I'll say I didn't get as many cigars as I normally get at one of these, and it goes back to my question, like, are we terrified about not having cigars yet? Is it time to panic? And I was surprised by the answers, but I'll talk about that in a sec. So here's what I got. The first thing is, this right here is a price list for cigars from somebody who had nothing to smoke at the show, which is always good. Whenever you create a product, make sure that nobody can try it before you try to sell it to them. Make sure the expectation is that people just have to buy it to try it. I also have a bunch of cellophanes from whatever Jim and I smoked while we were walking around at the show, which looks like about half of our actual grab of cigars from the trade show. And then sticks from about a half a dozen up-and-coming brands and this insanely large piece. All right, these are Liga Privada Unico Series A's. Look at these things. I know that this is like a classic Cuban style or size of cigar, but I just have to tell you, I cannot imagine the scene or scenario in which I would actually take this thing out and light it up of my own volition. Do you smoke the A? I maybe put it down in the comments if you do. And then, of course, I always get the chance to like check out some of the smaller up-and-coming brands. This is one of my favorite things. Warfighter, frustratingly, just came out with a bunch of Lanceros, so now I've got to figure out if I'm going to put those in the humidor or not. It's insane. Some Caldwell stuff, Caldwell's antique stuff. I'm really excited to see that coming out. And then little guys, like these ones right here are Leaning House Fine Cigars. Met the owner of this brand. Really, really nice guy. So and Jim actually smoked and really enjoyed these. Small and upcoming. And then Veritas Cigars. It's got a couple of these, like the Torch here and this barber pole thing. It's really nice. But the one that really, really caught my eye is this is the one that I love right here. This is from, they boned it. They boned it. Jake Wyatt. Jake Wyatt is the name. And the logo is on the band here, but the actual name of the company is not. Jake Wyatt. Your company's name needs to be on your band. People need to know it. Logo recognition is great, but at the same time, you also want people who don't know the logo to also be able to tell what your brand is. But check this out. I love what they did. Some interesting footwork with this cigar. You can see some pinstripes around the foot with another type of leaf. I haven't looked at the blend on this. And this very interesting cap work right here. I like this. This is sort of it's like an artisanal type of, you know, cigar construction. And the only question is their cigar actually any good? And I think I even have a lighter here. Let's see what we got. All right, not bad at light up. Bye, guys. Have a great night. Drive safe. Okay, so lots of new brands, and I was excited to meet some new cigar makers there. That was really cool. And for me, this trade show was still starkly different than a lot of the other ones I've been to. You know, I saw, you know, first of all, there were a lot more content creators at this trade show than any trade show I have ever been to. I mean, I'm not a cigar maker, and I did 4 or 5 interviews at the TPE this year, which was crazy. Like guys coming up, hey, can I get a couple minutes? Which is great. I love seeing guys pursue their passion, and if creating content is a way to pursue that passion, it's great, especially if the content is good, right? At the same time, asking cigar makers about the shortage, is it time to panic buy? Like, personally, authentically, I don't think that there's going to be a need to panic buy or a massive shortage or anything like that. It's just going to be tough for a while. But I asked all these cigar makers that question just to give you guys a good sense in a succession of how each of these guys operates. You can see like what comes out of them when you ask them a question like that. Is it time to start panic buying yet? And you saw some really unique responses. Some of them were like, yes, panic buy, our brand, all the time. Those are your salespeople. They're upfront with sales. They're like, should you panic buy? Were you not already panic buying? How could you not be? And other guys who are much more like steady Eddie approach, people who are thinking years in advance, you know, people who are talking about, no, don't worry about tobacco shortage. We will figure it out. And to me, that's the heartbeat of the cigar thing. That's the heartbeat of cigar people. I've said it a million times on the channel. I'll say it a million times more. Cigar people are survivors. And even in the eyes of like a huge shortage of stuff, I still know that our cigar makers are going to do a spectacular job through 2022 and 2023 and so on, and even still putting out new blends. So I'm really excited about some of the stuff I saw at the show, especially that Agonhorsa Cerberus is going to be really good. I just have to figure out when the hell I'm going to smoke these damn things. Anyway, I'm curious, is there something coming out this year that you guys have really wanted to see, something you've really wanted to try, a new blend that you're excited about? I've got some new stuff in my bag, some goodie stuff to try. And for me, this is great because all these brands like Veritas Cigars and Leaning House Cigars, this stuff is all what I spend time looking at. Outside of the brands that we already carry, I watch these brands to see how are they coming. Like, are people following these brands and smoking their cigars and posting them? Do they pop up in my news feed? Are people hashtagging this stuff? Are people talking about it in the cigar community, in the greater cigar community? I love watching that because some of these brands do this really well and some don't. You know, I think I've talked with Steve Sacco for a long time after we videoed, and one of the things that he pointed out to me is that like some guys know what they're doing. Some guys know how to think 10, 15 years down the road for selling cigars and build that brand. Some of them can only see into tomorrow or into the end of the year, where they're like, oh yeah, we could put out another limited edition cigar this year, but it's not necessarily the best thing to build a brand. And so I'm always curious to see how these guys operate. But I want to know from you guys, is something coming out that you're excited to try, something you're excited to see? It was so good to be with all my friends this year, and I can't wait to go to the PCA trade show later on this year. So I will, of course, keep you guys posted about that. But thank you for hanging out with me again, and please check this video out on CigarsDailyPlus.com. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Tim, signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.